Three, two, one. Okay, today I'm very fortunate to have Eileen. Eileen is a Columbia University student in pre-med career path, and she was in my smart finance class last summer. I want to interview Eileen, ask her to tell about what's her experience from that last time's class and what she have learned and what does it mean for this new students for this new year. Eileen,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think starting with what I learned from the course, there's just so much to talk about. I think all of us want to achieve financial freedom, whatever that means to us. But at least for me, like going to the course, I had no idea what that path actually looks like. And I feel like very few people in this world really do. I like did not know where to start, and I was definitely like one of those people who like wanted to take some action, but like again, like I had just graduated high school, I had no idea what to do. So I vaguely knew some things about stocks and real estate, just based off of, what parents and people around me have kind of mentioned in passing, but never explored anything myself. And I guess I just never realized there was so much more to personal finance than just those things I had heard about. So when my mom told me about Coach Mike's course, I was really excited and thought it would be a really cool opportunity. And it ended up being a really great one. So I guess getting into like the topics that the course covered, I thought all of them were really incredibly important and organized in a very comprehensive way. So Coach Mike's talks about compound interest and the importance of, starting a Roth IRA from a young age. And also like effective budgeting, which is really pertinent for, incoming college students who are just starting to like navigate their own finances or like starting to live on their own. That's really important. And just different like frameworks and like mindsets, such as the buy, borrow, and bury framework that you talked about. And yeah, like I had never really heard that much about life insurance before. So like all of these topics, I was really glad I got to have exposure to, and some of these things I have adopted into my life already, and other things I will think about more down the line. But yeah, I think it offered a very important and comprehensive kind of introduction to what personal finance really is. And I can talk a little bit more about the second question, which is about kind of what was missing from college and high school curriculums in terms of personal finance. Yeah, I think definitely there's a lack of just basic education about budgeting, stocks and retirement plans, taxes, certain things like that that we encounter very like early on into our young adult lives, really. So I think it's really not covered. There's no curriculum that addresses this. And I do think part of the reason is because the teachers themselves maybe don't have like the financial knowledge or confidence to even teach this information to us because like I mentioned, I feel like so little people do. Um, but yeah, I think Coach Mike's course really does a great job at filling these gaps and providing this introduction to personal finance. And that has really equipped myself and my peers with the resources and knowledge needed to kind of take this first step into our financial journeys. So yeah.
Great. Thank you,
Uh,
Eileen.
yeah, I
Uh,
can talk more as well, but if you had like specific questions.
I think this is great. You have a first-time experience. You learn, you apply, and relearn, reapply. Actually, two of the students last year, her name's Elizabeth, her brother is Adam. They re-come to my class because they want to relearn, reprint in the memory. But I
Hmm.
do have one thing I didn't tell you is because in the last 12 months, things change so fast.
Yeah.
So I specifically add during the artificial intelligence stage or era, what kind of career path we need to think of. You don't want to get a
Mhm.
load of student loan, couldn't find a job, right? Things could happen, right?
Right,
Because
right.
our job will change. So in the AI stage, how do you career planning? How to do your financial planning? Meaning not financial, the how to build your wealth in the AI stage. Sometimes a lot of people don't think of that. I think this new content I'm going to add in. So
Hmm.
this is one thing. The other thing is I want to introduce some new speakers because the whole financial world is so complicated. Certain things I'm not familiar with. I want some people to talk specific items. So that's the new things I want to add on.
Hmm.
I think anything you think um, you want to know more going in the next future of your life, what are the things you want me to teach young people they are in dire need or urgent need beyond what I recovered last year. Anything else you want to add on?
Yeah. I think both of those kind of new additions to the course are really great. I do think like the AI technology is really changing the landscape of jobs in the future, and it's really important to start thinking about that, even though it does seem like far off, it's really coming like very soon, right? Because we see all these technologies being rolled out. And yeah, honestly, I think for me, like you did a great job in terms of like providing a mindset that's really important for young people to adopt in terms of like building these habits, and thinking about like the long-term goals of personal finance. I think maybe like having a more kind of focused workshop in terms of how to create like a brokerage account or like very like tangibly like how to get started in terms of like specific things. And maybe this doesn't need to be like a mandatory course if it doesn't, or a mandatory lesson if it doesn't apply to everybody. It can just be for people who are like really interested in like starting this account but don't really have like the resources or like don't know which platform to use and things like that. I feel like just having a very focused workshop on that could be helpful in terms of how to just like start,
Yeah, I agree.
investing. Yeah,
How to set up your Roth IRA. And also this year,
exactly.
last year, I didn't do it. This year, I want to do how to create your first medical power of attorney, how to
Mm,
design your personal revocable trust. Because that's things normally people start work on that when they're getting sick. But at
yeah,
18, you need to think of that. So I added new things. I like the way you said have a hands-on workshop
yeah,
supplemental to the program for the people who are seriously about it, right?
exactly,
They can
exactly.
sign up for the additional what they call the hands-on piece. Great.
Yes. Yeah,
Thank you.
of course.
Eileen, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate that. Do share the words because everything, what do you call it? We don't know what we don't know, right?
Exactly.
It's too late. So I really appreciate that you are open-minded. You have this growth mindset. I wish you great success for your internship and everything good back to Columbia.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach Mike. You're so generous in sharing all of your insights and time with us. So, like the fact that that course was free like really blows my mind. So, thank you for everything that you do. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you, Eileen.
Yeah, thank you, Coach Mike. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.